Guys, it's Emily Mingle. Today we're going to be talking about informed consent in social work, what exactly it is, why it is important to our practice, and what challenges do exist with retaining social and informed consent in social work. Um, so let's start off with what is informed consent. Informed consent is pretty much just like getting someone signing a piece of paper or verbally consenting to have treatment by you. They are aware of what you will be asking, the things that you will be discussing, certain things like that. The NASW has a really good standard on that. It's 1.03, which is about informed consent. So, kind of a quick thing, as it says here, is in summary, clients should be informed about any technology being used, especially in today with all the different kind of technology and tools that we have at our services. They should definitely be aware of all that, and they should also be presented with pros and cons related to its use and given choices around how and when technology will be used. You should always let them know if you're recording them, things like that. Also be looking at this really great thing that I found here. I really enjoy this. We have actually an example of informed consent here, and it's a disclosure statement pretty much by this woman up here who is licensed, a social worker. She's pretty much just stating, what she'll be doing, what the experience is like, things like that. As you can see here, you should be able to make one of these as a social worker and give it to your clients so that they can read over it and sign it by giving, and that will be them giving informed consent. Here we have the entire thing that I'll show you. So she's got everything kind of listed out here. Right here, she's got the client's signature for the confidentiality, which is very important. And then right here, we have the main signature here for informed consent. And then you'll also be signing it as well. And that'll be something that you keep, especially in cases which it's used in courtrooms and justice systems. If you were to be someone who was on the stand as a social worker, you would definitely need that informed consent to be able to do that and to be able to show that that person knew what was going on when you were treating them, etc. And then also the next question is, why is it important to social work practice? As I was just stating, with social workers, we do have a lot of responsibilities, especially in the judicial system. When we are talking to somebody who has been a part of a crime or is, we're talking to someone who might have been in jail before or has committed a crime or someone who has been a part of it, a victim of crime, we definitely want to get informed consent so we can use that during important trials and things like that involving the government and the judicial system. So then we'll actually look at, just one second here. Then we'll also look at the third question, which is, what are some challenges that exist in providing informed consent? There can be a lot of challenges when getting informed consent. How do you as a social worker know that that person can give proper consent to you to be treated? And I actually found a really good website here that shows us exactly what informed consent problems we could withstand. So you want to make sure, like I said before, that you're designing a good informed consent form that the clients can read over and know exactly what will be happening, so they know exactly what they are signing up for pretty much. Effectively communicating that as well. You don't want them to just be able to read it. You also want to explain to them why it's so important that you get their consent and why it's important that they know exactly what will be happening when you're in your time together. And then you're also definitely, this is a big one, you're going to be sure that you ensure that this participant understands what informed consent is and that they can consent for themselves. If they can't, you as a social worker have to make that decision that a family member or a representative of that family can consent for them, for the client that you'll be treating. That can be pretty tricky sometimes, But those are a few challenges that we can face, although there are a lot more. So that's all I'm going to be talking about today. I hope that was some good information on informed consent. I was trying to show as much information as I could over the screen record. So, yeah, thank you guys.